words are vibration. Every single word, every phrase, every thought carries a frequency. How our words are frequency and are a vibration. So when we speak negatively about ourselves, when we say things like, I am overwhelmed, I always mess things up. Nothing ever works out for me. It's just my luck. I'm not enough. Those words don't just disappear into the air. Our body feels them. Welcome to Collective Guidance with your host, Charla Goodnight. This is a space where we come together to share wisdom, stories, and insights from thought leaders and everyday humans alike. Here, you'll find conversations on spirituality, health, wellness, parenting, and the human experience, all designed to remind you that you are not alone and that we are all connected. Let's step into the guidance we can only find together. Welcome to Collective Guidance with your host, Charla Goodnight. I am so grateful that you are here with me today. And today, I want to dive into something that sounds so simple, but it is not always easy. And I want to touch on this because it's been coming up for me lately. And that is the way that we talk to ourselves, the language running inside our minds. And that language shapes our vibration, our nervous system, and the way that we show up in the world. I want to start with a belief that I hold so deeply, and that belief is words are vibration. Every single word, every phrase, every thought carries a frequency. How I came about learning about that is through Abraham Hicks, Sir and Jerry Hicks. Back in 2006, 2007, I was introduced to them and they started talking about frequency, how our words are frequency and are a vibration. So when we speak negatively about ourselves, when we say things like, I am overwhelmed, I always mess things up. Nothing ever works out for me. It's just my luck. I'm not enough. Those words don't just disappear into the air. Our body feels them and it resonates inside of us and it lands inside of us. And we carry those words with us. The ripple through our nervous system is real. It is a vibration. They shift our breath, they change our posture, they lower our energy, our vibration, our magnetism, and our capacity to receive that which we desire in life. Negative talk isn't just negative. It's energetically depleting. It depletes us energetically. And often we do it and we don't even realize we're doing it. And I'm bringing this to you because I had a moment where I was doing it and then I had to shift. My observer came on and I had to shift my energy because it started bringing me down. I had to say, no, 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 girl, that is not true. Stop saying that stuff. So let's ground this into something really practical. Your body is constantly tuning itself to the message you give it. Research has shown that your cells are constantly vibrating. Your cells are constantly listening. They are vibrating constantly. If you ever told yourself, I'm so stressed, you'll notice that your breathing can shift, or you'll feel tension in your back and neck, and you'll just notice that it is vibrationally unwell in your body. Or if you thought, I can't handle this, suddenly everything starts to shift. Your breathing once again becomes shallow. And that's vibration in action. What you tell yourself, your body incorporates and feels. Our nervous system is this amazing system in our body that hears the words and takes in the thoughts. And once it does that, it responds with a physical frequency that matches those words or thoughts. Now, imagine what happens when we do this a dozen times, when we constantly are doing it throughout the day. Research has shown that there's 70,000 to 80,000 thoughts that happen a day in our minds. Imagine if 70% or even 50% of those thoughts were negative thoughts, and you were not aware and not able to shift. Joe Dispenza says that every morning when we wake up, we typically have the same thoughts from the day before. So if you are having negative thoughts on Monday, when you wake up on Tuesday, those thoughts are going to be the thoughts that you think again. It becomes a habit. It becomes your baseline. It's a familiar vibration we unintentionally live with. That's why the tiny moments matter, the catching yourself, becoming the observer, and shifting your words. The small moments, the small phrases, such as the quiet whisper to yourself underneath your breath of, everything is always working out for me. Because when you do that, each one is a tuning fork. It's like putting a tuning fork on your heart. When you say everything is always working out for me, there's no way that you can't smile for that, because you are going to trust and faith that the universe has your back. Now, I get it if you're tired. I totally get it. Sometimes I teach 2 to 3, 4 classes in a day, and at the end of it, I am zonked. Energy depletion, right? But instead of saying, I am so exhausted, a better feeling thought would be, I'm going to take a nap. I am replenishing my energy. And that's where I said, that's where I've had to catch myself recently. Because I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine if you lived with a roommate and you guys lived together and you were best buds. You were around each other 24 hours a day. But this roommate constantly says things like, you're behind. You're not doing enough. You should be doing more. You're not as good as other people. You should change this. You should change that. You would never choose to live with that person, with someone who talked to you like that. And yet, many of us live with that person nonstop. The voice that's inside our minds that's constantly talking to us is that person. It's your roommate. And yet, we let it continue on and we let it speak without questioning it. Where I noticed this is a couple years ago, I had a very hard breakup. It was very difficult for me. And every day I would wake up and the mind would start about this, that. Eventually, every morning, what I would do is get right in front of the mirror and say, knock it off. We're not going to talk about this. You're not going to talk to me this way. We are done. You are not going to think about this. I love you. I got you, but you are not that voice. You are not that person. You are the consciousness hearing it. And we are going to shut that voice down because you're the one listening, right? I was the one listening, and I can choose what I'm available to listen to. I don't have to listen to that voice in my head that is speaking negatively to me. When you speak negatively about yourself, even in small ways, you're activating a lower vibration in the body. You're causing a dis-ease in your body. This can look like shoulders collapsing, leaning all the way forward, your chest tightening and feeling tense, breath becoming shallow, not focusing on your breath and not being one with your breath, your heart rate increasing, a sense of heaviness or stuckness. It can be difficult accessing your intuition and your creativity. And I want you to know this is not about you being dramatic or you being sensitive. This is about the energetic field contracting. We, when we are having negative thoughts, we are contracting, we are coming in. When we have positive, upbeat, higher frequency thoughts, we are expanding and we are giving joy and love out. When we have those negative thoughts and we are contracting, your body is saying, this frequency doesn't support who I truly am. And who you truly are is love. And who you truly are is light and joy, kindness, fun. You are fun. You are a fun person. We are all fun, but that little voice in our head shrinks us. That negative voice shrinks us. And the beautiful part is that just as quickly as negative words can lower your vibration, intentional, loving words can raise it. Looking in the mirror and saying, I got you, girl. I got you. I love you. We are doing this damn thing. Everything is always working out for us. I know God has me. I know Spirit protects me. Everything is always working out for us. I'm abundant. I am loved. I am loved. I am loving. I am fun. Feel how those words feel whenever you say them. I am is you connecting to God, source, energy. So use that carefully. Use it with higher frequencies because you are calling in who you innately are. And who you innately are is love. There's a moment you'll start noticing this more after hearing today's episode. You'll become more aware of what your thoughts are, where you can catch the thought. And when you hear that phrase, ugh, I look so tired today, you can shift it. You can say, hey, girl, we're doing the damn thing today. You are bright, you are beautiful, and you are love. Yes, you are. Yes, I am. Instead of letting the thought pull you down, you can pause, you can breathe, and you can consciously choose another vibration. If you catch yourself saying, I'm so behind, I have so much to do, I don't have enough time, you can switch on that observer and say, time is always on my side. I'm a time shaper and shifter. I can make time work for me because where your mind is, energy flows. So if you are in that thought of you don't have enough time, your energy is being spent in that lack of vibration. If you think I have so much time, time is working for me, everything is going to get done, I am right where I'm supposed to be, the universe is conspiring for your highest good. Know it, believe it, shift the thought. And I want you to know this is not about fake positivity. Okay. Like, I'm not talking about fake positivity. I understand that some days you're just tired. And I get it because I've been there too. And that is what is inspiring this episode of the way that we talk to ourselves. But you do have a choice on where you put your attention. And it is about remembering who you are underneath the noise, underneath the chatter that sometimes can be our worst enemy, because we would never let our roommate or anyone talk to us that way. One of my favorite practices that I have and something that I do often is I talk to myself like I would to one of my kids. When my kids say I messed up, I say, it's okay. It happens. You're human. You'll figure it out. You always do. You always figure it out, and it is okay. I'm proud of you for trying. I am proud of you for showing up. And now let's focus on what you do want to happen. How do you want this to work out for you? What we bring to our life is more compassion when we do that. We bring an understanding that the human experience, it it's not always easy. We're not going to get everything perfect. But the way that we talk to ourselves when things don't go perfect is everything. Because the reality is that everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. There is no wrong. There is no I messed up. It is a I understand. It's bringing the compassion inward. And that's when we start to rewire the vibration inside our bodies, and we rewire our brains. Our brains can easily be rewired to more positive self-talk. It's how we raise our baseline. It's how we come back into coherence. Our cells all come back into coherence. It's how we feel more love for ourselves. And when we feel more love for ourselves, we can give more love to other people. When we can look at ourselves in the mirror and be like, hey, girl, hey, I'm so in love with you and you fucking got this and you're doing it and I'm proud of you and I got your back. When we do that, ourselves becoming more coherent. We feel more connected. We become more of our authentic selves because of the compassion that we give ourselves. So my challenge to you is that for the rest of the today, or even just for the next hour, I want you to notice, how do you talk to your body? As women, a lot of times we have a talk to our body that is not always kind, right? And so notice how you talk to your body. And then once you do it, once you become the observer, tell yourself you love yourself. Tell yourself you got this. Give it positive self talk. How do you talk to your to do list? How do you talk about your energy? How do you talk about your past, your mistakes, your growth? What has happened? How do you talk about that? How do you talk about your worthiness? What are you worthy of? And every time you notice that a lower vibrational sentence comes up, just pause, pause, take a deep breath, exhale, and gently shift the wording. Don't be critical on yourself for the words that you used or that came into your head. Just shift it with gentle kindness. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. You need to be aware of the words that are coming in your mind. And that's part of our work. That is part of our quiet work, the work that no one sees and no one knows about, but the work that changes everything. That changes everything. You want more in life, you want to manifest more in life, know that you're worthy of it. Know that you're deserving of it. Know that everything is always working out for you, and watch the words that you tell yourself, because the words that you tell yourself are spells. You're casting a spell. Every single word you speak out loud or internally is a spell, a declaration, a frequency. There's a reason why they call it spelling when we write out. There's a reason why they say when you're manifesting, write it down, write your big dream down, because words are spells. They are a vibration. They are a frequency. So choose your words wisely. Choose the ones that feel supportive, that feel like nourishment. Choose the ones that lift your chest up and steady your breath and remind you of your divinity, your connection to God, your beautiful power within your soul, because every single word that you tell yourself truly matters. They matter more than anything else. They are your belief system. And the words create feelings, and feelings attract reality. Emotions attract your reality. And so your thoughts, be careful and gentle with them. You are a beautiful soul. You deserve to be spoken with kindness. So speak to yourself with kindness. I love you. I'm grateful for you. I see you. I understand. I have gone through the same thing, and this is what has inspired this episode. And with that, I want you to know that we are all in this together. You are not alone. And by taking small little moments to love yourself is just going to create an even more happier life than you already have. With gratitude, love, appreciation, and much, much joy. Thank you for joining me today. If this episode resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment. And if you have a question, leave a question. I am in immense gratitude for your presence. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me today on Collective Guidance. I hope you feel lighter, more inspired, and deeply connected to your own path. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Collective Guidance or our website, collectiveguidance.com. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with a friend and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until next time, may you walk with clarity, courage, joy, and love.